Hi, my name's Bob. Okay, so we're cooking here. I'm gonna use this little pan because it's pandemonium here at the Jones residence. So welcome to the refrigerator. Inside here, there's a whole bunch of stuff, but I'm not gonna use any of it. I'm just gonna use what they call eggs, just because I want to egg you on. Exactly what am I making? Eggs. They're gonna be exquisite. Okay, so what I'm going for here is something called cheese. Typically, it's used in a fart joke when someone cuts it, but today we're going to be using shredded. Okay, now I don't mean to shred your whole entire life in regards to how I make eggs, but what I do is I put the cheese on first. So if you can follow me over here to the stove, okay, this is what they call a stove. And on stoves, they cook stuff. So we're going to use what's called heat here, okay? Now we just go like this. That's called fire. Now if you notice I use this one here, okay? It's from natural gas, not the kind that comes out your body, but similar. So we're going to put it on there. Now, some people use oils. Are we tanning? I don't think so. We're cooking. So that's what I do is I throw the cheese on there like this. Do I use too much cheese? Yeah. If you have, like, cheese and it's a normal amount, you haven't used enough. You have to make sure it's too much or else it's not going to be right. So then you let the cheese do its thing. If you can follow me here. Can you do that? Okay. Here's the cheese. See what the cheese is going to do? It's going to burn. Okay? Now make sure you always wash your hands. You don't want any bloody fingertips, okay? Now if you noticed I did not wash my hands, it's because I didn't know I was going to be filming this, and all of a sudden I am. Okay, so we got to make sure the heat's high. That way the cheese does what it does. Now if you notice here, whenever you're melting cheese, you have to ramble on for too long to fill in what they call space. And that's not like outer space, but it could be because there's a lot of space in space. That's why they call it space. But in case, like, you know, you're trying to cook something and Kevin Spacey comes over, that's what they call a tangent. It's based off of a lexicon. So we're going to go ahead and change the subject and look back to the cheese. If you notice how the cheese is now beginning to melt. In society, they call this the melting pot of cheeses, even though it's just mozzarella. I'm not trying to make white jokes, but there's only white cheese in here. Okay, so as it's starting to bubble, we then put the eggs on top of the cheese. You want to know why? Because we're cooking eggs. Okay, there's one egg, okay? We're gonna go with 2 eggs today. You wanna know why? Because I'm cooking for no reason. I'm not even hungry. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and do this. That's 2, all right? So now the cheese is gonna burn through the egg. If you're asking me why I'm doing this, it's because I like really cheesy eggs when I'm not hungry and I'm cooking, okay? So what happens is the cheese is going to bubble through the egg. It's called bubbling through the egg cheese. Now, I would eat a sandwich, but I don't have any gluten-free bread or self-esteem. So what we're going to be doing is just cooking these eggs. This is a spatula. I don't know if it's a good one, but it's the first one I grabbed. Okay, it's blue, just like my eyes. The spatula matches. I know you're falling in love right now. Okay, ladies in the audience? Okay. Spatulas. Okay, camera 1, camera 2. Camera 1, that's a Wayne's World joke. You're all too young to get that. It's okay. So now you can see the cheese is beginning to bubble through the bottom here. That's what makes this a little bit different than your typical egg. Now what you do is you kind of cut around the edges. You want your cheese to burn, because if it doesn't burn, it's not burnt. Alright. So once you kind of have a little souffle thing going on, you do what you call a little frogwa, which is not really a thing that we're cooking, but it's a cool word. It has nothing to do with geese livers, but we're going to flip it. This is called the Bob Frogwa. So you move everything because you're probably likely to spill it all over the place and embarrass yourself in front of the video. But it's not a joking matter, okay? This is our lives. Here we go. Booyah! Now, it just mixed it up wrong, and it flipped bad. So what we're going to do is take it back over here, and we're going to break the eggs. And as you can see, it looks like a big mess. So that's what we call accidental cheese flipping with the Frogwa Bob. Okay, so we're going to let it cook and heat up. Now, in the cooking business, which I have absolutely no part of, they call this crappy eggs. But they're not. They're really good and cheesy. So as you can see, they're still cooking, and we're just going to still like that. Now, some people, when they cook, they don't put it on high. If you can notice here, we have it blasting full speed. That's because Alicia doesn't have a lot of memory left on her phone because she takes a lot of photos. So we're trying to make this video as short as possible. That way she doesn't have to buy the new iPhone 17 that's coming out next month. Because who wants to buy that? I heard it's gold, which is kind of cool, but what a ripoff. So we're still flipping the eggs around, cooking on high speed. We're going to do one more flip. Now this one's not the Bob Frog Law flip that has nothing to do with goose livers. But we're going to do one more. I think this one's going to do a lot better. Okay, here we go. Oh, what? Dude, man, it's like I do flips for a living or something. Which I can flip. That'll be the next episode. Okay, so it's just about done. So for this next move, we're going to turn this off. Boom. It went from Tron to Untron. This is Tron. That's not Tron. I don't know if you saw the sequel, but it was a pretty good movie. So you have to get the plates. Now we're going to use a small plate because it's about the diameter if you're going to pi r squared with the radius thing, if you remember geometry. Fit it right on there. See, it matches up. So we've already turned it off and then we flip it on. Now, in case you don't know what's going on. It's cheese and eggs, my friend. And they have been prepared. Enjoy your life.